Good day, ma'am, and everyone. I am Ivorus Borges, together with Wendell Marcera, and we are the Group 10. And I am assigned to report burns and classification of wounds. So, burns is an injury caused by the application of heat or by a chemical or physical agent having an effect similar to heat. So, ang burns ko na daw kay cause na siya sa or sanhi na siya sa application of heat by sa chemical or physical. And then most burns are produced by dry heat and result from contact with flame. Kana naka-result with contact sa flame kana masunog bitaw. Or a heated solid object or from exposure to radiant heat. Burns caused by moist heat are described as scalds. So chemical burns are produced by acids and alkalis or by vesicants developed for chemical welfare. So makaproduce og burns ning mga chemical welfare, mga microwaves, and electricity. So in the medical legal field, injuries caused by friction, electricity, lighting, corrosive substance, and radiation are also classified as burns. So kani ko na sila kay mga lightning, mga corrosive substance, or electricity friction is also makakause na siya og mga burns. So tissue damage results from several mechanisms that are initiated when a tissue's ability to cool itself fails to compensate for the externally applied heat. And then, the nature of burns is affected by certain conditions, such as the intensity of heat, the duration of exposure, the extent of area involved, the site of injury in the body, and the age, and even the sex classification of the victim. Burns will be more severe if the intensity of heat applied is high and the exposure of the is for a greater duration. Burn on a tract, especially over the abdomen and the genital area, carry high fatality compared to burns in limbs. So, kani mostly daw ang old people is more siya prone sa death compared sa mga adults. While ang mga children is generally better makakarry bitaw sila to stand sa burns. However, burns of 10% in children or 15% in adults or greater are potentially life-threatening injuries. Men also tolerate burns better than women. The rule of nines, as shown below, is a usual way to estimate the total body surface area affected by burns. So, area. Sa ako ng mga area as dapit, no? Masunog. So, head and neck. So, ang percentage ani is over 9%. And then, right upper limb is 9%. Left upper limb is 9%. Right lower limb, 18%. Left lower limb, 18%. And anterior trunk, 18%. Posterior trunk, 18%. Genitalia, 1%. A total of 100%. So, chemical fires may reach temperature of several thousand degrees. House fires seldom exceed at 649 degrees Celsius and then 1,200 Fahrenheit. At this temperature, it is unlikely for an adult body to burn completely. So, sunog jud tayo. Okay, grabe. Inagod kayo ni kainit. Sunog jud tanan. Abo na lang. So, it is unlikely for an adult body to burn completely. post-mortem forensic procedures for the identification can be used even though the external body is sunog na kaayo, black na bitaw, and unrecognizable, dili na siya mailhan. Some internal organs and viable tissues may still be intact, and sample for DNA analysis can be obtained. DNA can also be extracted from the center of tooth or from the bone marrow and even the blood. The other procedure is through dental identification. It will usually be in excellent condition for identification purposes. So, ang pinakakuan mo dyan nga kanang pagkuha ka na DNA no sa kasagarang mga sunog is teeth jud kay kuan man ni siya kanang dugay kay yung sunog bitaw, miskan kuan biya ka nang miskan malata na bitan yan bitan kakay na ka, then miskan malangata na ng mga uban ng part dira na buhi pa gyapon ang dili man siya unsa. So it will usually this is considered to be one of the most powerful methods when dealing with burns victim. Toxicology and carbon monoxide testing can be also be done. So burns resulting from burning clothing may have a pattern that reflects both the nature of the clothing and the position and movement of the victim. Clothed body burns more completely than unclothed one, and the body of an obese person will burn more completely than a thinner person because fats acts as an accelerant. And then when the body is exposed to a very high temperature though, the muscles contact and draw the arms and legs into a bent position due to the coagulation of proteins. This bent position or fencing posture has been compared to the stance of pugilist or a boxer and is referred to as pugilistic attitude. So, classification of burns. Burn can be classified in various ways. So, nabudaw tayo classification of burns. So, clinically, they may be classified as superficial or deep. Superficial burns refer to those affecting only kanang superficial burns daw refers to siya sa those mga affecting only the epidermis or the outer layer of the skin. Deep burns involve the dermis and the deep vascular inner layer of the skin, tissues, and bones. Burns in the skin can also be classified in degrees, depending on depth of injury, on the severity of tissues and destruction. So, ang first classification of degree is ang first degree burns. Kung ano siya? Kaning burns nga burns that affect only sa epidermis or sa outer layer sa skin. Tas the burn site is kanang siya pagka-red, painful, dry, and with no blisters kanang blisters kanang wala siya kuan bitaw, wala siya paltos nga naay bubbles ito na mapaso, wala siya ning ana. Example ano yung mga mild sunburn. And then the next is second degree burns. So ang second degree burns are also called the deep partial thickness burns. Mga kuan siya, mga injuries, deeper skin layers and are white and red areas. Areas ani is white, tas apoy pagka red. They are often caused by contact with kanang cause ani is kani kanang hot oil, mga grease, tas kanang soup nga bastang inita, or microwave liquids. This kind of burns is kanang usually nagkakause siya sa blisters and may be painful when kanang ma-applyan nimo siya og pressure. Then the third degree burns is ano siya, destroys your maaari na siya maka-destroy sa imong first 3 layers of the skin and fatty tissues nimo. So, third degree burns may not immediately hurt. Kanang first, maka-notice ka na nga imong skin is ano siya, kaning sunog, kanang charred black bitaw na pagkasunog na ano siya din, dry and leathery, kanang looking or feeling like a leather, kanang uga na bitaw siya. And this type of burns is ano siya, serious and requires treatment. Kanang dapat matambalan nila siya sa healthcare na provider. And then the last one classification of burns is 4th degree burns. So with a 4th degree burns daw kanay first you will notice that the affected area is naado siya anang may pagka-black bitaw, charred looking appearance. It may even be white color, and you might see exposed bone and muscle tissues. Kanang makita-kita na bitaw ang kanang bone o kanang mga muscle tissues. Unlike sa first and second degree nga burns, ang 4th degree burns are not painful. So, thank you.
So, good morning, ma'am. We are the group 10 and I'm here to discuss about type of burns. Type of burns. There are several type of burns depending on the agent causes the application of heat. So, example of it is dry burns. Dry heat sources result in dry burns. Example of such sources are ovens, stovetops, hot engines, mufflers, radiator grills, clothes irons, hair dryers, heating pads, and furnaces. So, kaning dry burns no kay ang usually ang nagkakos kaning mga kaning mga home appliances ba na nagkandak og heat. Sample kaning mga oven no, stovetops, mga kana pong ginagamit sa kanang mga hair dryer diyon ang kanang plancha. So nagkakos ni siya og burns kay kanang metal sa ilang kuan, sila ang parts kanang kandak na siya gitgud kanang dra mo pilit ang init ba din. Example kanang mahikaman yung accidental mahikaman yung makakos ni siya og burns. So, in children, such burns may either accidental or inflicted. So, in case sa mga children no kay sagara kay accidental kay tungod man kay mga curious kay bataka-taka og hilam din sa pun kahikam og takure din may kuan mapaso no, or inflicted ba siya. Fire related injuries also involves dry burning. So, muto siyang dry burns na din. Second one is scalds. Scalds are produced by moist heat or steam or any hot liquids such as water, oil, or even molten rubber or metal. They are typically less severe than burns produced by dry heat. So mas siya no, mas less severe siya tungod sa pandaw dry burns. They are typically less scalded area appears erythematous. So, the meaning of erythematous is the abnormal redness of the skin resulting from the dilation of blood vessels. Yun. With desquamation. The meaning of desquamation is loss of bits of outer skin and blistering of the usually sharp demarcated area of injury. So kaning blistering no, kaning blisters kay paano man ni siya kanang muburot ay kanang panit na kanang burot ba din yung sulod tubig. May siya maragluthan ba naluthan. Ano siya blistering. Scalds does not cause charring of skin or singing of hair, but dili do siya makakos og kanang black, di do siya ma-blacken imong skin or hair, but may result in first, second, or third degrees. Pero makakos gyapon siya og first, second degree burns. So kaning scald no kay typically caused by kanang sobra kainit nga kanang nang bukal-bukalan na kuan ba tubig din. Example kanang ma-accidental mayab-an ka, ano siya scald ma cause of burn din kana pong alisngaw sa tubig ba kanang yang kanang aso. Kung sobra kainit na siya din maka-contact sa imong skin, in contact with your skin, it can also cause ng burns or erythema or the redness of skin. Chemical burns. Chemical burns are produced through contact with corrosive acids or alkalis. Most of these injuries involve direct tissue damage, which causes drying, blistering, destruction of proteins or fat, or interference with cellular metabolic processes. So ang injuries daw ani kasagara kay kanang direct tissue damage daw sa sulod gyud siya sa skin, kanang damage siya sa tissue, which causes drying kanang pagmuga sa imong kuan, sa imong panit, sulod yung blistering kanang lukhan, destruction of proteins or fat kanang extraction na guba daw yung mga tambok or mga protein, yun, interference with cellular metabolic process. It may take several hours before the burn manifests. So, kanidang chemical burns kay kanang dili rin nimo siya ma-feel ditso no kanang marag mataud-tauran pa ba nimo ma-feel ang burns kanang dili gud siya instant kanang mag-accumulate siya ba kanang marag dugay pa siya mo effect. As with scalds, the pattern of chemical burns can give indication as how they occurred. Throwing liquid corrosives over a victim is more often intended to produce facial disfigurement rather than death. So yung mga example sa chemical burns no na nagka-cause kay kanang mga strong acids, drain cleaners, paint thinners, gasoline, and many other substances. Fire burns. Burns that occur from building or home fires that are most common type of thermal injuries. In death investigation, such burns can be caused by radiant heat injury alone from tissues being in contact with burning clothes or bedding. So, kaning fire burns no kay mo siya mas common nga na burns kay in kuan jud siya kanang cause gid siya sa kalayo kanang example sa cause ay kanang cases aning fire burns kanang sunog imong balay no kanang house fire maka-inflict na siya fire burns or from the victim actually being on fire. Death investigations in fires involve identifying the victim and ascertaining whether the victim died during or before the fire occurred. So, mga death investigationers daw kay nang identify nila kung ang isa ka victim kay namatay siya before or after the fire occurred. So, kung namatay na ba siya daan, wala pa siya nasunog, or after pa siya namatay kanang nasunog siya. To assess whether the decedent was breathing during the fire and therefore not dead before the fire, the following indication in the autopsy can be observed. Bright pink discoloration of tissues that indicate elevated levels of carbon monoxide. Next is soot within the airways including the nose, mouth, larynx, trachea, and main stem bronchi, indicating that the smoke had been inhaled. And the last one is elevated level of carbon monoxide in the blood shown on the toxicology report. Radiant burns. Radiant burns are caused by a heat source close to the victim or electromagnetic energy radiating out from an energy source. They may produce skin blisters and erythema, and charring may result from prolonged exposure. So, ang kaning radiant burns no kay ang primary cause ang kasagaran ang cause ani kaning atong sanosan tong adlaw kanang ang prolong kanagang dugay kanang extended juri ay kanang extended exposure of the sun ba sa UV rays niya kay maka-cause na siya og burns, and it may produce skin blisters and erythema or the redness of the skin. Sources of electromagnetic energy include ultraviolet and ionizing radiation. So nung giingon na ang sources sagara sa radiant burns kay kaning sana to no kay ang electromagnetic energy ug iyang UV rays. In contrast to dry burns where direct contact with the heat source is required, radiant heat burns do not require direct contact with a heat source. Kuan daw sa di ba ang dry burns kay kailangan mo kag i-contact sa kanang example kanang appliances kanang may kaman mo kay direct contact mapasok ka kanilang radiant burns kay di siya kinahanglan kanang indirect contact daw kanang kanila yang electromagnetic or kaning iyang rays kuan na siya enough na siya maka-cause of burns. Explosion and blast injuries. Explosion and blast injuries can be encountered in military environments or in industrial or civilian situations. Mostly encountered doon siya na sa military environments no kanang mga training grounds or kanang war zone. A blast is greater than the speed of sound and its primary effect is due to compression of waves that can cause burns, lacerations, and hemorrhage. Blast wave injuries may also involve flying debris striking the body. So kanin siya no kanang example ana siya kay kanang grenade no ilabay kay pagbuto ana niya kay manglupa din to iyang mga shrapnel o iyang mga fragments ba kanang kung pagbuto kanang bungkag mo niya siya din pagbungkag ana itong mga debris kanang mga fragments mga ego ang example maigo ang sa mga sa mga tao na near the explosion striking the body. Injuries produced by the propelled body striking another object or other mechanism of trauma including crushing injuries and burns. Electrical injuries and electrocution. Deaths through electrocution result from an overwhelming transmission of electrical current to the bodies. Ang death daw sa electrocution kay tungod sa kanang nasubraan pag-transfer og electrical current paingon sa imong lawas ba sobraan ra. Such cases are usually difficult to identify. There are no electrical burns or other autopsy findings to suggest electrocution. A detailed investigation with the help of an electrical engineer is sometimes necessary in order to examine power tools or electrical devices to determine how and why an individual became electrically energized. So, kailangan daw ang kanang investigator daw kay kailangan daw siya help sa electrical engineer kung para ma-pinpoint nila kung unsa ang source sa electrocution o anong how a person is electrically energized daw. Oftentimes, the electrocution is linked to old and poorly maintained electrical devices that have become defective in their circuitry. kuan daw no kanang sagara daw kay kanang daw anticution daw kay cause siya sa kanang mga grounded or mga panagong mga defective nga mga kuan flow of the electricity no mo do siya current nga cause sa electrocution. There are several factors that determine the severity of electrical injury. So muna siya mga factors ng mga elements, the nature of the current, AC, DC or pulsating DC. So kaning AC means alternating current. It's a type of electrical current in which the direction of the flow of electrons switches back and forth at regular intervals or cycles. Kaning DC pod kay means direct current is a electrical current which flows consistently in one direction. Kung ano iyang dagan siyang currents kanang dito na ba kanang dili putol-putol one direction ra. The voltage involved, if alternating current, the frequency involved, the amount of current kung daon sa kanang pila ka volts ang current, the length of time the victim is in contact with the current kung sa pila duration sa iyang kanang in exposure sa electric current no. The condition of the earth, if the earth is part of the circuit, kung sa day condition sa daw sa kanang siyuta, kung ba siya basa or uga, or kung ang earth ba siya kay part ba siya sa daw circuit, resistant of the body, kung the path of the current through the body. Alternating currents are more dangerous than direct currents. Ang AC daw or alternating currents kay mas dangerous daw siya because the former produce contraction of muscles by which a person is not able to release grip of the wire through which the current is flowing. So kanina alternating currents daw mga cause daw siya og contraction of the muscles daw. So kanang mo shrink daw imong lagi daw kanang imong ang muscles kanang makakos na siya og tungod anang pag-shrink sa imong muscle dili daw kakabuhi sa electrical current source. High voltage currents of up to 7,000 volts are very dangerous. In fact, even low voltage currents of 110 to 220 volts of high amperes are dangerous. So ang 7,000 volts currents daw kay very siya kanang dangerous daw siya bisan pag 110, 20 or 220 volts daw kay kuan gyapon siya kanang delikado. The human body's resistance to electricity is decreased when wet or wearing wet clothes or when carrying a metallic article touching the ground. So gamay daw mo resistensya kung gasuot ka og nang magsuot nga bitaw imong suot nga clothes kay basa kay ang kanang tubig kay murag conductor siya sa sa electric. So mukalat gid siya sa imong lawas kay gasuot mo kadtong basa nga kanina. Yung kana pong metals po daw conductor po na siya sa kanang electric. So kung gagunit po kag daw gunit ka or naka sa kanang puthaw nga or sa metal ka, mas gamay jud daw imo ang possibility mong survive, mas gamay imong resistance. Greater duration of current also means more damage. So kung dugay ka anang mas dugay imong exposure sa current ba, mas dako po og damage sa imong body daw. In fact, even low voltage current for a long duration can cause spasm of muscles and person may not able to release himself and die. So spasm, the meaning of spasm is a sudden involuntary involuntary contraction of a muscle and group of muscle or a hollow organ of a hollow organ. So, ito siya no kanang mushrink kanang muguot imong ano kanang imong muscles na makakos siya og kanang dili tungod ana nang mushrink mong muscle dili di ka kabuhi sa imong gunitan kay di makakontrol sa imong muscles good. Contract ay kuan man siya ning contract. When a person first touches an electric source, he will feel some tingling, shocks, and severe muscular contraction or spasm. So, makirig daw sa katawan no o kung gunit siya electric source o muscular contraction. Burns may be found at the point of the entrance or exit of the electricity. So, ang burns daw makita daw sa kuan daw burns sa imong lawas makita daw siya sa entrance sa electricity. Example, gagunit ka o nagunitan nimo sa imong kamot na mukaan ang burns da mo appear. Skin may also split due to burns. Mukaan daw mo split daw mo ng bulag due to burns. Headache and loss of memory is also possible. So sige daw sa magsakit daw imong ulo o kanang kung kuan daw possible pod mawala imong memory in latter stages kung kuan yun siya severe deterioration ba mawala imong memory kadyot. Investigators who are removing the victim immediately from the source of electrocution should adopt safety techniques kana daw mga investigator daw kay kung mag-rescue daw sila og kanang victim na nakurentihan kailangan daw sila og kuan na sila safety techniques nga gina-adapt such as wearing gloves para dili ko sila mo apil og kurentihan. The victim should be immediately resuscitated or i-revive daw ang victim diretso and check for possible ventricular fibrillation. So, kaning ventricular fibrillation meaning is a type of arrhythmia or irregular heartbeat that affects your ventricles. I-check daw nimo kung kuan ba daw kusog ba imong pag pump sa imong heart kanang irregular ba siya. Ay kung makurentihan magud ka mag-cause daw ning kuan daw ventricular fibrillation kay mo kusog daw imong bomba sa imong kuan ba sa imong heart mo ni siya kasagara mamatay ang tao tungod ra no. It is life threatening. Low voltage currents are of up to 220 volts can cause death by ventricular fibrillation. So kung giingon maka-cause og death ning ventricular ano pag paspas pag bomba sa imong heart. Mid voltage currents up to 1000 volts can cause ventricular fibrillation and respiratory failure, and high voltage of currents of above 1000 volts can cause direct failure. Delayed death may also occur due to infection and paralysis, etc. A person can also die from electrical shock and show no outward signs in most cases. However, electrical shocks, marks on the body, and internal burns may be discovered during an autopsy.